Questions for Guy?
What has this last week been like for you? I'm assuming you've stayed in the Bay Area, and have you done anything around town?
Yeah, I'm staying here in the Bay Area, but I don't got like a lot of time to see around, but I'm like it. It's a good experience. I'm spending my time like working a lot for the summer league, but after when the summer league goes, I will think about like see the cities, go to the bridge that I never seen. So that's it.
What has practice been like for you? Playing alongside guys like James Wiseman, Patrick Baldwin Jr., some of the G League guys.
Yeah, that's have been good because it's a new experience. The game here is really different than a FIBA game, so I have to like uh, improve my game more and be how like see how the game goes here to change my mind and be ready to the game here.
What do you think are like the biggest differences between the FIBA game and
Oh, the speed. Yeah, because in the FIBA game, we got like we have a lot of plays. We move the ball around and we spend like 18 seconds every offense. So here it's really quick. If you have the ball, you have opportunity to get to the basket, you have to do it.
what are your biggest areas of your game that you're focusing on and want to showcase?
Oh, I wanna show my defense, what I can do in the defense, take good decisions in the offense, and like they don't need like a superhero, you know. They have like Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole. So I want to show that I can be a guy, a good role guy that know my paper in the team, know what I can do. Like if I have to get in the game just to make a good defense, that's what I would do. So I want to show like I'm a teammate, like I'm good teammate.
This might have been asked before when you were drafted, but I'm sure being like an NBA player is something that you've always dreamed about, to have this opportunity to be able to put on the Warriors practice jersey and stuff like that. Just what has this whole experience meant to you?
Yeah, like you said, my dream always was be an NBA player. Now I'm getting the opportunity, so I have to get it. Like show who I am, show who Gui Santos, what Gui Santos can do inside the court. And now I'm having the opportunity, so I'm really focused and show who I am, who I really am.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Guy, I was curious, you were talking about kind of adjustments from the FIBA game to the NBA game. How is the adjustment? And I know you practice with the new three-point line and pre-draft workouts and all, but how has that adjustment been going to a new three-point line?
Yeah, I was working in the 3-point line before I came here in Brazil, so I don't feel like a lot of difference about that. I feel more a difference about the game, like I said, like the game speed. But the 3-point line for me is like I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling better.
Christos, next question.
Hey, guy, hope you're doing well, first of all. What has it been for you to represent Brazil, your country, in this process? And how beneficial for you was to see Leandro Barbosa in the team?
Uh, I'm so happy to represent Brazil here and have Barbosa in the team. He's like a guy that I know, so he talk a lot of me, give me some tips. He said he's today in the after the practice he come with me and talk to me about what I have to change like my mind, because he said I'm still thinking that I'm playing the FIBA game. So he said, "Gee, change your mind. You have to start to play the NBA game. Here's different. You have to be quicker in everything that you do." So for me, that's good. Have him here because he is like a mentor for me.
And his presence in the NBA overall? Is it kind of a role model for you? Is it something that you would like, that you looked up when you were younger?
Sorry, I doesn't understand.
His path in the NBA, it was kind of a role model for you.
Oh yeah, one of these players is Barbosa, no questions, and another one is Manu Ginobili. He's from Argentina, and for me, I have a like kind of play like him. So I'm always watching him, see the decisions that he takes when he goes to the basket. But I'm always look to these two guys like Barbosa and Manu Ginobili. Yeah, he's right here in the practice. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What's that been like? I mean, if that's a guy you've looked up to have interacted with him.
Yeah, all the time we are having some interactions in the court, like, Gay, do that, Gay, this one, Gay. He's always talking to me.
Any other questions? All right. Thanks, Guy. All right. That's it for today, everybody.
There we go. What did you see? What did you see that you liked, didn't like? What were your overall impressions?
I thought our energy was pretty good overall. We've only practiced 3 times, 3 days. So some of that was, you could see offensively was a little choppy. I thought defensively, we really competed to start the game. But then as we got down, I thought that waned and dropped a little bit, especially transition defense. I thought we gave up on plays a couple times early. And then offensively, like I said, we haven't put much in. We haven't done a lot that gets us really a bunch of ball movement. And some of these guys have played together for 3 practices. Some of them have never played professionally before. So getting all of them on the same page and getting them. So I thought the ball just stuck a little bit and over dribbled a little bit. And for these guys just to learn how to continue to move the ball and be able to make plays for each other and really trust each other out there. Because I mean, we've seen that in practice when they've done that, when the ball's moved, when they've shared the ball, they've all looked really good. And today when it stuck a little bit, you could see the other team, was able to load up, and Keita makes a big difference around the rim.
What do you think of Santos?
Santos was good. I mean, for a guy who hasn't even had all the practices that we've had, you see him really aggressive. Did he have some turnovers? Did he have some plays, especially early? And I think, you see with young guys, especially some of the young guys, even as they get in the NBA that have a lot of turnovers, are guys that turn out to be really, really good players. So we wanted to be able to see him with the ball in his hands. I think we saw that. He got to make plays. I think the more he does that as summer league and his career progresses, the better he's going to be. But he showed a knack for offensively being able to really have an effect on the game for a guy who is first time playing in the United States. So I give him a lot of credit for that.
Scoring was kind of some guys that stood out in line for
Selim, who in Santa Cruz, we've had the pleasure of coaching the last 2 years, does a lot of little things. He's never a guy that scores a ton. And the more the ball moves, usually the more he does end up finding shots around the rim. But he did a good job moving, screening, rolling, defending, that kind of stuff. Justinian, it was good to get him out there. I think we can look to get him some more shots, but he made a couple really good plays with the ball. Peyton Willis made some plays with the ball. And Lester Quiones had a couple flashes. Overall, we didn't make shots, but as long as our process of the shots we're taking is good. And I think some of the time it can get better. But as long as we keep improving that, for this, we're not going to be overly worried about, what our 3-point percentage per se is.
Hey, Coach. Did you have a chance to see Justinian last season in the summer? Were you?
Yeah, so I was with the team for the whole summer league and coached a couple of the games in Vegas.
After a year in the NBL, I know you've had limited practices so far this summer. What have you seen improvements from him after a year abroad?
Yeah, getting his shot off a lot quicker. I don't think you necessarily saw that translate today, but in the scrimmages and the practice we've had, he's got his shot off a lot quicker. Defensively, I think in terms of positioning off the ball, he's gotten a lot better. And I think the game slowed down for him a little bit, where he kind of starting to read it, seeing what's going on, seeing patterns. And I think, the first summer league games usually always a little choppy. I think he'll continue to get better with that stuff over the next couple of weeks.
I know we got two more games in the Classic. Do you anticipate we'll see Weatherspoon or Moody play in either of those two games?
I think we'll probably get Moses, possibly Quindary. He was back home dealing with a few things, so he had a bunch of time off. So we're just trying to get him, make sure that we're not rushing him back into a game where he hasn't done anything in really since the Warriors season ended. And even then, obviously he didn't play. So like even a few days before that. So just want to make sure he's healthy, he's good, but just make sure his conditioning and everything's up to speed, and possibly we'll get Moses tomorrow.
Hey, Coach. So I think we all can agree, like, we keep forgetting that these are still young NBA players and they still have to develop, the experience and the knowledge of when to pass or when the right timing is for making that right cut to get to this open spot. So I think my question is, how do you continue to help these young players remember that it's a process and to not overthink or worry at the moment things might not be the right way? So how do you continue to instill that within the short period of time that you have?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep coaching them up. Tomorrow we'll come in and watch film. And to that point, like, we're going to have turnovers, we're going to make mistakes, but I thought a couple of times we hung our heads or tried to get a steal instead of just sprinting back and making the next play. So that's something we'll emphasize tomorrow in film. And I think as this group continues to play together, they'll keep getting more cohesive and get better with all that stuff. I think it'll just build on it. Kind of what we told them is we're going to get better every day for the next 2 weeks or however long that is.
And as you continue to discuss with the team, I know that roles definitely have to be talked about, and somebody's gonna have to close games, right? And so even though it's gonna be 2 days of basketball, right? Have you ever talked with the team and say like, hey, we've decided on these roles? Have you ever like had those one-on-ones with players saying like, we need you to make this shot?
I mean, I think that they're aware that hopefully every shot they take that we need them to make it, or else they shouldn't be taking it. But we're not going to really put guys into per se roles like you would during a regular season. I mean, this isn't whether we win tomorrow or don't, isn't really the goal for that. It's more of a developmental thing. And it's, us coaching almost all of these guys for the first time. So we really want to see what they can do and let our front office evaluate what they can do and what they bring to the table, rather than I'm trying to coach them just to win the game. And that maybe doesn't allow our front office to see what they are, who they are, how they could help us with the Warriors, with Santa Cruz or wherever that would be. So I think we'll probably stay away from like more of the boxed roles and kind of just let these guys go and instill confidence in them. And hopefully with that, we'll just continue to put a better product on the court.
Is there one or two things that you emphasize with Santos?
Yeah, the thing we've been working on him with is just making really quick decisions. I thought, and you saw it early on the first couple of possessions, he caught it, he held it, he backed it up. And at this level, that guy guarding him is going to be really good and athletic, but now the whole defense is set. And there's something to be said for just making a quick decision, even if it's not the right decision. So that's been the number one thing we've been working on in a little bit of time. We've had him after practice working with him on that, is being able to kind of play through the catch. Like you see some guys that are so good at that. Damian Lee jumps out, who's so good at playing through the catch, moving before the ball comes to him, making that decision as that ball's in the air, whether it's shoot it, pass it, drive it. And so right now, to me, if we can just get him making that decision quickly, and we'll continue to build the rest of his game. There you go. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
I guess first game here in the States. What was it like before the game? What was going through your mind before the game, and what you think during the game?
Before the game, I was like nervous because like it's different game here. I'm playing outside of my country, like my family's not here, so I was a little nervous. But when I start to play, like I getting confidence, like catching the ball, making the plays, I'm feel better. Like I'm start to feel better, like feel at home. So that's what helped me inside the court, like to be confident.
How do you think you played today?
Oh, I think I did well, but we lost. So we need to be better. Like as a team, I need help more the team, what I can do. So that's it.
Seth said, one thing he's working on with you is your decision making. How would you kind of grade your decision making tonight?
Sometimes I take wrong decisions, but that's happened. Like I will work on it. I'm here to do it, like to work on it. I'm 12, so I'm 20. I'm 20. Sorry, yeah. But I will start to work on it, like to get better decisions. Sit down with the coaches, see some videos to get better.
It's only one game, but you talked about the transition from what playing here, how it's faster and more physical. Did it exceed your expectations? How do you think you kind of handled that aspect?
Yeah, like I said, I did well today. I was in my mind like I need to do well, like show what I can do, because I was playing in Brazil, and in Brazil we don't have like a lot of guys coming down to see the Brazilian players, so I need to introduce myself here first. So that's why I used to push me up during the game.
You had when you got the steal, and then you went and you had like a little Euro move. How long have you had that, and how comfortable are you making that move as you go to the basket?
Yeah, in Brazil, everybody know me because I know how to do it. Like I like to do this move like Euro step, to use my body during I'm doing the Euro step. So I'm always doing that. Like you're gonna see that a lot of times here.
Hey, nice to see you. I know since you've been in, Leandro Barbosa and you have had a connection, a Brazilian connection. He's been helpful as you've come in. There's news today. He's taken a job in Sacramento. I was wondering if you'd heard that and if you had any thoughts on it.
Yeah, I heard that before the game, but I didn't talk to him yet. I will sit to him out and like, man, you don't like me? I came here and you leaving.
Yeah, but what has he meant for you as you've transitioned in, coming into the United States, American basketball, and NBA? Can you speak a little bit on how he's helped you in that transition?
Yeah, he's helping me. He was helping me here, like the practice that I have here. He always talked to me, Gui, you need to be here. The things here is different. It's not like the FIBA game. You need to do that better. You have to take quick decisions. You cannot hold the ball for a long time. You have to make all quick decisions. So he always giving me like tips outside the court. I'm listening here, and he always giving me some tips.
How many practices have you had here?
Two practices.
Hey, so man, it's a little loud mic. So what's like your favorite I guess thing that you like about more playing in this style of basketball versus like your style of basketball back home?
Yeah, I like the speed of the game. I prefer the speed of the game here because it's like a lot of shots and defense and offense quick. You moving like too fast. That's the point that I like it here. And one thing that is like strange for me, I wasn't doing that in FIBA games. Like you have to take quick decisions in a like when you receive the ball or you have to do something with the ball. Yeah, in the FIBA game you have like moving around, moving. So here is different.
Any other questions for Gui?
Thank you.